Welcome to Kid Brewer Stadium, home to the Giant Killers, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. And Boone, North Carolina has really been excited for this matchup that we have in store. Today's matchup, a battle in the Old North State, a contest between a pair of teams from the state of North Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Appalachian State's return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And here he comes. This offense is built completely around the talents of this running back, a rare commodity in today's game, and all eyes are on him.
And the defense knows it too. You know every single snap, this defense is going to be keying on this running back, knowing that he is the key to the offense's success.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And the Mountaineers have this offense rolling. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's got his man.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Got his man on the right. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the tailback. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back searching for a hole. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll try to pass their way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on 3rd down. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. So NC State's offense will go to work for the first time today. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Yeah, he's been watching the film. This dude in the middle, man, he can light people up. So you can't tiptoe. You got to be aggressive and run in there. But this is a pretty interesting matchup today.
And I love safeties that make receivers think. Make them know they're going to be there over the middle of the field, and you better think twice about catching that football.
Might as well stick with him. NC State will pick up the 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Trying to find his man on first down. Snagged on the outside, it's Wagner. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And now on second down for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on third down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Trying play action. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Guys, it's Appalachian State holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. First down to start the drive after the break. Wide out in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Going over the top. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Second down coming up. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
He wants to throw it again. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this.
Fires and picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. That is a huge break for this offense. Instead of the turnover, roughing the passer, and you've still got the football. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. NC State going up tempo. Off the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he reels it in inside the 30. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. But starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Snags it over the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It's first down from the 11. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. And it's caught! Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game.
Oh, he wants it all. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Appalachian State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. Movement here from the tight end. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, App State. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll run it from the gun. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by...
Lofts one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Mountaineers will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of...
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. NC State quick to the line.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Here's the handoff. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll leave it with him. Tackle is made after the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. He's right on target. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and tough.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was... ugly, but now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Here he comes from inside his own 5.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll try the run. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
On first down from their own 22. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They'll keep it on the ground here, off right tackle. They finally make the stop with the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Shakes off the tackler.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll give it to the back. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Incomplete, and the defense holds.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, it's Appalachian State holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They move the tight end all over. Use the play fake, now to throw. He uncorks one deep. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? NC State going up tempo. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He finds his man. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. He gets a block. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a second down play. Quick pass on the fly motion. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up a first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. And the Mountaineers will keep this drive going. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Getting some heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Going downfield for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the...
He'll take the deep shot. It's complete. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Appalachian State. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses... conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And they got him for the sack. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll run it to the right. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Got Guys, he's up to 103 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. The ball pops out on the return. There he goes. Open it up. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer. And we're going to wrap this one up with the PAT. And the kicker's probably happy to score a point, but the team didn't score enough as this one is over. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew.